What is happening, YouTube? It's your boy Austin from Big Night Gaming here, and we are back with another locals deck profile. This is a first place locals profile from whatever cards and games. I ended up taking it, so that's why we're at the in home and not in house doing it at whatever. Um, but yeah, so I won with Tier Element Lightsworns. It is a deck I am trying to perfect myself. Um, you will definitely see, and we'll talk about some of the ratios and whatnot going on with the deck. But there's some things that are going to change up. But I'm still learning process, still learning curve, so we'll get there. It'll be fun. All right, so let's get into this deck profile. For the Lightsworn cards, I have Triple Raiden. Card is just ridiculously good in this deck. Being a level 4 tuner, lets you do rank 4 plays, lets you do Synchro 8 plays, because we play Pepega Ruler. It's really nice. He's a search target off a charge. You see multiples, you can use recharge, as you'll see later. It's really good. 2 Fearless and 2 Wolf. And so normally, Wolf used to be the go-to. Wolf used to be the monster that you would go to use for the milling because he could be summoned no matter when he's sent, how he's sent. Fearless has to be sent off a monster effect. Um, but with all the tiers milling cards now, Fearless will almost always resolve. So she summons herself. She targets a monster to destroy it. She mills 3. She's a level 4 tuner. She's just really, really good, similar to Raiden. And also a solar recharge target. So that's all the Lightsworns we play in monsters in the main deck. For tier, we are maxing out on tier monsters. So we've got 3 Merrily, triple Havinus, triple Shiren, and triple Rhinoheart. Seems pretty standard from all the builds I've been seeing and whatnot. Just trying to max out on tier monsters because we need to fusion as much as possible. Try and recycle them. Just make sure we're hitting them off the mills. As for other one-of monsters, like random abstract monsters, we have the 1 Snow and the 1 Beast. Use it off window plays. Use it to free draw a card. It's really not that bad. I thought about putting a Squamata in to always send the Beast, but have that draw, but it just mitigates it because it's also the name for window, so this makes no sense. As you'll see in the profile, I don't have the field spell yet, which is a big hindrance, so instead I'm playing the Danger Engine. I don't know if I would keep these or cut these in the final build. I'd probably keep them, but I don't know. They're weird. I've had them to replace the field spell from my online testing version of the deck, and I just liked it. And then I thought at my locals Nibiru would be better than Mystic Mine, just because of all the decks that they have running around there. And it proved to work out. Mystic Mine wouldn't have come in clutch, but Nibiru came in very handy. Spells, we got triple Charge of the Light Brigade, and we also have triple Solar Recharge. Shout out to Team APS for signing these, but these are my babies, my secrets and ulties. Cards are nuts. Searching any of the cards, draw 2, mill 2. It's like the best Ash target in the deck. So you can always bait the Ash with this and then just Shiren off and go off. Have fun. Cards are essential to playing Lightsworns, in my opinion. 2 Super Poly in the main. This card's broken. I would play 3 if I have it, but I haven't got the 3rd one yet. That's why I have the mismatching rarities. I'm waiting for the other 2 ultras to come in. One of spells, I have Foolish, Rhoda, and Instant Fusion. Really, these are just side out cards. These are extra going first. They could be hand traps because they're really nice going first extenders, but they don't necessarily need to be in the deck. I was always side. You'll see in the side deck, I have side deck of 3s, so I would always side these 3 and the dangers out. It's really just a quick, simple side. And then we have double Meta Noise and Sulic. This will change. This should be double Sulic, 1 Meta Noise. I misread them when I was putting the deck together. This is the Searcher. This is the Add Back. I want the 2 of the Searcher, 1 of the Add Back, because this is searchable. I'll really never ever use. I rarely use the effect of them, and if I will, I'll just search it out with Kikalos. So yeah, there's that 40 even on the main. People thought I was weird because I was only playing 40 and not more because of all the milling, but I'm like, it's nuts. And then I had a game last night against Casey with the virtual world where I build literally my entire deck, and then I started shuffling stuff back. It was great. For the extra, we have double Kikalos and double Kaleidoheart. 2 and 2 is all I seem to need. The game, I always try to end the games quicker than that. Um, yeah, self-explanatory. Just try and end them quickly. That way I don't have to go through too many resources. We have the Winda. Obviously, I talked about her earlier. It's just a really nice card to have. Floodgates are fun. Super poly targets. Mud Dragon, Garura, Predator Plant, Starving Venom. We'll make Predator Plant in our final combo. Like, there's so many times we make Predator Plant as part of our final combo. But yeah, these are mainly super poly targets. The new one, Garura, just makes super poly broken. Like, it's ridiculous to see how broken super poly is. I have Lina, Dark as my Link 2s. There's weird interactions. Like, don't get me wrong, I like both of these, but I might test around Cross Sheep over one of them. I'm not sure which one, but I feel like these two are just too essential to not play into the metagame. Like, Lights and Darks are free in this deck, and then Lights and Darks are so hand trapped in every deck. Like, Valor and DD Crow are very prevalent, and there's both Lights and Darks. We have Curious and Appaloosa. Curious is really good just to randomly send stuff. This also would come out, in my opinion. I don't need this as much. This should be access code because I'll climb into a 2 access code fairly often, and that's enough to help get game on the board. And the Appaloosa is part of the end combo. We end on a 3 or 4 mat Appaloosa almost every time. Then the last final cards I have is a Minerva and a Pepega Ruler. Pepega Ruler will stay forever. Card is so broken, like I said, with the Raiden and the Felis being 4 tuners. You get to make this so often. Minerva should be Redoer, but I don't know. I like the Minerva mill effect. Minerva being able to preemptively mill me 4. So, like, I've in most cases, though, where I could go into Minerva to mill, not mill 4, mill 3. In most cases, I could go into Minerva to mill 3. Pepega Ruler's the same option. That's why this is probably going to switch out to a Redoer, so I have some sort of interruption. And then on for the side deck, it was pretty tailored to for this deck in my meta at the locals, because I know how people play, I know how things are going to go. So I have 3 Dogwood, get close to time. It's just something that happens. You kind of need that there, especially when they're playing a deck that they haven't seen a lot before, or just a deck that's heavy combo deck. So 2 heavy combo decks going at it, you're going to get to time block sooner. Triple Lancia. People are going to DD Crow me, especially when I try and have this on their turn, but Lancia is just a nice card because I know there are certain decks, and like I said, I played against Virtual World, and I just know there are random nice decks that this is good against. And then also, like, there's some Sprite decks running around too. This is pretty funny against that. They can't even, like, send Ronin, chain Lancia, and then just watch them cry. Speaking of the Sprite decks, and then just out random stuff, Alpha's so good. He forces so much stuff, because, like, you can use the Alpha on an Appaloosa. They have to negate, and then you just have a 3k to beat over the Appaloosa that's now 24. Triple Spear Mode, because Spear Mode, card came in clutch, helped me beat out Gabe with his Synchron deck. He made, like, Red Archfiend Abyss, a couple other stuff, Dawn Dragster and something else, and I just Spear Moded it, ended up full comboing. It's really nice. And then Galaxy Cyclone. Arguably, in this deck, I would swap the Alphas for Evenlies, and then keep the Galaxy Cyclone in. Galaxy Cyclone is so nuts. Being able to out just Floodgates, out the Mystic Mine, out so many things. I'm really happy I kept copies of these cards when I was just going through people's bulk and stuff and found random supers. But anyway, that's the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see everyone back here for more deck profiles. I have them coming very frequently. Going to all the locals around here, so we're going to make sure we get everyone that content that they love to see. Make sure you like and subscribe if you do want to see them, and I'll catch you in the next time. This has been Awesome Midnight Gaming, and I'm out.